Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about the dreaded P0522 fault code, engine oil pressure sensor / pressostat, low voltage. This is a common code that can pop up on a variety of vehicles, and it can be a bit of a pain to diagnose. But don't worry, I'm here to help. In this video, we'll go over what the P0522 code means, what can cause it, and how to fix it. We'll also talk about some of the symptoms you might experience if your car has this code, and how to prevent it from happening in the future. So if you're seeing the P0522 code on your car's dashboard, don't panic. Just watch this video and I'll show you how to get it fixed. The P0522 fault code indicates a problem with the engine oil pressure sensor, or pressostat circuit. This sensor is responsible for monitoring the oil pressure in your engine and sending this information to the engine control unit, ECU. The ECU uses this information to adjust the engine's performance and protect it from damage. There are several possible causes of the P0522 fault code, including faulty engine oil pressure sensor. The sensor itself may be malfunctioning and sending incorrect readings to the ECU. Low engine oil level. If the engine oil level is low, the sensor may not be able to detect enough pressure. Dirty or clogged engine oil filter. A dirty or clogged filter can restrict oil flow to the sensor, causing a false low pressure reading. Electrical problems. There may be a problem with the wiring or connectors to the sensor, causing an interruption in the signal. Faulty engine oil pressure regulator. The regulator may be malfunctioning and not maintaining the correct oil pressure. In addition to the information above, here are some additional details about the P0522 fault code. This code is most common in older vehicles. The symptoms of this code can vary depending on the underlying cause. If you see this code, it is important to have it diagnosed and repaired by a qualified mechanic as soon as possible. The P0522 fault code can be caused by a variety of factors. If you see this code, it is important to have it diagnosed and repaired by a qualified mechanic as soon as possible. By doing so, you can prevent further damage to your engine and ensure that it is operating safely. The P0522 code can manifest in a variety of ways, depending on the severity of the issue. Some common symptoms include illuminated check engine light. This is the most common symptom, indicating that the engine control unit, ECU, has detected a problem with the oil pressure sensor circuit. Low oil pressure warning light. This light may illuminate if the oil pressure drops below a safe level. Engine performance issues. The engine may run rough, hesitate, or stall if the oil pressure is too low. Unusual noises. Tapping or knocking noises from the engine may indicate low oil pressure. Oil leaks. Leaks can cause the oil pressure to drop, triggering the P0522 code. Diagnosing the P0522 code involves a series of steps to pinpoint the root cause of the problem. Here's a general outline. Check the oil level. Ensure the engine has enough oil. Low oil levels can trigger the P0522 code. Inspect the wiring and connectors. Look for any damage or corrosion in the wiring harness and connectors associated with the oil pressure sensor. Test the oil pressure sensor. Use a multimeter to measure the voltage and resistance of the oil pressure sensor. Compare the readings to the manufacturer's specifications. Check the oil pump. If the oil pressure sensor seems to be functioning correctly, the problem may lie with the oil pump. A qualified mechanic can perform a pressure test to assess the pump's performance. The repair for the P0522 code depends on the underlying cause. Here are some potential solutions. Top up the oil level. If the oil level is low, simply adding more oil may resolve the issue. Repair or replace wiring. If the wiring or connectors are damaged, they will need to be repaired or replaced. Replace the oil pressure sensor. If the sensor is faulty, it will need to be replaced with a new one. Repair or replace the oil pump. If the oil pump is malfunctioning, it will need to be repaired or replaced. It's important to address the P0522 code promptly, as low oil pressure can cause serious engine damage. If you're not comfortable diagnosing and repairing the problem yourself, it's best to take your vehicle to a qualified mechanic. Always consult your vehicle's service manual for specific instructions on diagnosing and repairing the P0522 code. This script provides a comprehensive overview of the P0522 code, covering its symptoms, diagnosis, repair, and additional notes. It aims to inform and engage the viewer, encouraging them to take the necessary steps to address the issue.